I figure I'm going to do a fun little test here. I strapped down this 24 kx450, and it has a stock ECU with some basic goodies. I took the airbox off just for better airflow. Street tire on the back, and it's got a pro circuit exhaust. That's really about it on this thing. And I purchased, or a friend of mine has purchased, 2 ECUs, both from 2 different companies, and we want to compare them now to see the difference. So let's do some runs, and we did put a little bit of race fuel in it, just because these things will get hot on the dyno. They don't like sitting here still, so I got a fan, but I will allow equal time between each run to cool down, and let's try it. So let's make the first run with just a stock ECU. Well, there's the stock. I had to do it over time because I couldn't get a tach reading very good. So anyway, there's the horsepower. It's about what I expected, 50, let's say 55 horse. Real nice power curve, right from bottom from the time I stepped on it to the end. Yeah, very nice. And I am going to do another run on this with just selecting the other mode in this ECU just to see if there's a difference. And then I'll change to the first ECU. So the second power run did. You can see the blue line. That's the second run. I let off a little sooner. No point carrying it out. Stepped on a little sooner. Anyway, it's about a horsepower less the whole way along, which is to be expected. It is the lesser of the two. So for further comparisons, we're just going to keep the red line up, and then I'll discuss what computers we're going to try here next. So what I have here, as you can see, are pretty much the same ECUs, both from Vortex. This one from Twisted Developments did the tuning. This one, Tokyo Mods. They both offer similar 1 to 10 different power levels and such. We're going to test these against each other and the factory one just to see the differences. And we're just going to basically focus on the most powerful settings on each one. I don't want to kill this poor bike running it over and over again. But yeah, so we'll see how these go. We're going to start with the Twisted Developments one. This is the one he bought last year, and he was quite happy with it. And then he decided this year he's going to try this one. It was a little bit cheaper, and we'll just see how the difference is. For anyone that's switching their ECUs, the instructions ask that you hold the kill switch, crank it for a second, let off, while still holding the kill switch, wide open throttle, crank it for a second, and that just sets the throttle for these things. I just wanted to point that out, that has been done, and I did it on all 3 of these ECUs. This is quite interesting. The red run is the stock ECU. The green run is the Twisted Developments ECU. The blue run is the Tokyo Mod ECU. Now, the only difference between here, you see there's a gap. It's only because I twisted the throttle at a little bit sooner. But they mirror image each other all the way up. And got to the peak power pretty much equal, honestly, and then they just all carry out the same. Interesting enough, The stock ECU had just a slight bit, a horse or less, the whole way along until I let off it. And again, I just let off all three at different speeds. But yeah, look at the difference. Look how quick it got to power over the stock ECU. So either way you go, you can't go wrong. Yeah, that's very interesting.